If not for theatre, I would be a... Oh.
I've seen people squirm when I look at them.
Have a good show.
Everyone can act, true or false?
False.
Depends actually. Like have a good show.
On stage, as the actor, you are in control, completely like.
Have a good show. We always say let's find a different part. So what can theatre do that cinema cannot? Have a good show.
Our main man, Othello, the goat.
Have a good show.
Today we're joined by Sun Heng and Kian Lee from KL Shakespeare Players. The KL Shakespeare Players is a Malaysian theatre company dedicated in making Shakespeare plays accessible to a wider audience. The group has toured extensively throughout Malaysia and has also performed in international festivals. The KL Shakespeare Players are a vital part of Malaysia's theatre scene and are making significant contribution to the global Shakespeare community. So today I am wearing a mustard long sleeve shirt with my hair down, wearing specs, and I'm going to let my guests introduce themselves, what they're wearing, with a fun fact. And your names, please.
First, Sun Heng. And I'm wearing a black t-shirt, but it's a KLSP t-shirt.
Right.
So it's not just any black t-shirt, but the T, and it has some words on front across my chest, and they are in gray and red.
What do they read?
And they say,
Be not afraid.
of greatness. A line from Twelfth Night.
Yeah.
My fun fact, I used to have hair, but not just hair, I had an afro.
Oh, when was that?
That was back in the 1970s.
Man, okay, we gotta find a photo and get that pop up on the screen.
Very hard to find.
Very hard to find. Oh, but all right. Next, please.
I'm Kian Lee from KL Shakespeare Players. I'm also wearing the same black t-shirt as Suneng. This is our uniform. And fun fact is I can speak Italian. Posso parlare italiano.
Whoa, how many languages do you speak?
5.
What
5
are
or so.
these?
Italian, English, Malay, Chinese, and Cantonese is also considered a language,
Hokkien.
not dialect. Oh, Hokkien is dialect. I
No,
don't-
actually, all Chinese languages are
6.
not. They're not considered dialects. They are languages.
Oh, okay.
Hey, I speak gibberish English,
And gibberish.
Malay and Tamil, and more gibberish. All right, thanks for that interesting fun fact and introduction. So what we're going to do now is we're going to go through our rapid fire round to get to know our guests a bit more better, okay? So Kenley and Sunheng, you're ready, I hope. What y'all can do is jump in when you think you know the answers, okay? So where do actors love to hang out?
Mama.
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 Yes.
Wow, okay. Easy, fast, everywhere. What is the best play you have watched?
Best play that I've watched is...
Alias.
Aliyah.
Alias.
Oh, for me, it's a War Horse.
War Horse. Okay, check it out if y'all are interested. Do you have a ritual before going on stage?
Yes, we hug each other and say, have a good show.
Yeah.
Oh,
We stand in... we
circle.
stand center stage,
Right.
arms around each other,
Yeah,
and we
like
go... Have a good
show, have a good show, have a good show,
have a good show, have a good show.
and this is before the audience come in, I give you.
Correct.
Before. Yes.
Nice. Wow. Okay. Let's go with the next one. How do you memorize all your lines? Like, how do you do that? What do you do? Like,
Just hard work. Look at it and memorize, see it loud, and make markings. For me, I make markings,
okay.
and just go over it again. But for it to really sink in, I still find that once we get on the floor and hearing it from with how we respond to each
Very
other.
long, your answer. His rapid
yeah.
fire.
Okay. Come on. Okay,
I
yours.
memorize it everywhere when I'm brushing my teeth, sitting on a toilet bowl, everything, driving.
So non-stop, and I
Yeah.
see hard work, because you don't want to fumble and forget lines, right? And I guess you improvise maybe here and there, but we'll keep that for later for the questions. If not for theatre, I would be a...
If not for theatre, I'll be
Film
a
director?
writer.
Oh, fast. Nice. As an actor, I always have to... ...
Brush my teeth.
Make sure I don't have bad breath. Yeah.
Oh, okay. That is so
we brush our-
important.
we brush our teeth before we go.
And no
you-
BO also. Yeah.
Okay. Pick one. Words or gestures or body language?
Gestures.
Words or gestures? Like
Gestures.
Gestures.
ah, wow. Okay, cool. Everyone can act. True or false?
False.
False.
Okay. Everyone can sing. True or false?
True.
Can hold a tune.
Oh, okay. I was thinking the other way around. Okay, good answers. Which character or part would you like to play or you like the most? Hero, heroine, villain, sidekick.
Villains.
Heroine. You ask people around, they will understand. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, a lot of people want to see what the heroine's going to do or what she's going to wear even sometimes. Big production or small scale project?
For us, small scale.
Same here, small scale.
All right, so that is our rapid fire round. Now we're going to go into some questions. Right, so guys, knowing that you're from KL Shakespeare's Players, I just want to find out about your theatre company. What is your reason behind starting this up? Your mission, your aim, what is driving you guys?
We started in 2011.
Okay.
And our mission has been always as theatre in education, because we believe that in Malaysia, theatre is still not a very widespread culture.
Yeah.
Yeah, like most people that we have met, even adults, they say, when we ask them, they say, I've never stepped in a theatre my whole life. So we feel that, we need to, how to make theatre interesting and accessible, and so that people can start going to theatre at a very young age. That's one of our missions.
So like hearing that you're saying for kids, I guess your audience that y'all appeal to?
Yeah, we started off by focusing on secondary school students and university students and the general public.
Wow.
And that was the focus. After several years doing this, we realized that some said, Shakespeare should be for younger people too. So in 2017, we got funded and we did a storytelling version of Shakespeare that we offer to primary school students. And it has been really successful. The first one was the Shakespeare's Macbeth. And we have done this, traveled all over Malaysia, traveled to Seoul, Korea, to Manila, to Indonesia.
Yes.
And we continue to perform it even today.
Wow. I mean, so that's a different target audience altogether. No,
Yes.
normally people do it for the adults selling tickets and that's it,
Yeah.
I mean, reaching out to the kids at that age, at a young age, even showing them what is theatre about. I mean, I know the basic theatres that, in schools that we have, we always have like some drama clubs and all these things. So I guess for them to see that kind of level, it would be so interesting. And
Yeah, actually, it does motivate them to do better in their as actors in their school productions also.
right.
Also, so we try to take theatre outside of the big cities like KL, Penang. That's why we've been touring over Malaysia. Last year, we went to 7 states, like we went to Perlis, Penang, Pahang, Perak, all the P's.
Sarawak.
And then Sarawak, and then Negeri Sembilan. So this year we're going
Nice.
to the other states. Because actually outside of KL, you don't really have that many theatre.
access or theatre spaces even.
No.
And usually you don't need much to set up even a theatre's a production.
The way we do it,
Yeah.
we try to minimize what is required. Just like a smaller cast, a simple set, getting the people to imagine with us
Right.
as we perform. Yeah. So last year we did more than 160 shows.
Woo, busy.
Yeah.
160 shows. That must be intense. That's a lot. I guess you got a good following at this moment. So hopefully that will grow for you some more.
Hope so.
I would like to ask, your focus is on Shakespeare's work, right? Is there some sort of reasoning behind this? And how do you see the performing arts theatre in terms of the medium and the storytelling that they use? I guess not only Shakespeare, but your reason for Shakespeare in one way, and also how is this changing?
And Shakespeare, in a way, came to us accidentally, this whole focus. In fact, in 2009, there was this Australian director who came to KL to run a workshop on Shakespeare. And then at the point in time, Joe Hashim from KL Pack, he just kind of said, hey, you guys have been doing Shakespeare, you guys interested to do this workshop? So we did the workshop with this guy. After a couple of weeks, we did a showcase, and students from public schools were invited to come and watch.
Okay.
Went very well. After that was over, we just went back our own lives, and he went back to Australia.
Yeah.
And then in 2010, he came back again. He did it, and we did a full-fledged Midsummer Night's Dream. Again, he invited students to come in to watch. He was supposed to come back in 2011, but the Australians say Shakespeare is not Australian, so we'll stop funding this project. So suddenly we found ourselves in a space that, okay, what do we want to do? Do we carry on, or do we just fold?
Right.
And that's when we decided, yeah, we enjoy doing this, and we'll carry on. And we have to figure out a business model that will keep us sustainable. So the idea of doing Shakespeare and trying to go into schools.
Right.
So that worked. Yeah.
And also, I mean, this is a story I always tell people is, I personally learned a lot from doing Shakespeare. I'm actually from a Chinese vernacular school up till Form 6. And then when I went to university, local university, I spoke mostly Mandarin or Malay. English was never really my forte.
Right.
Yeah, and even after I graduated, by the way, I'm a graduate in accounting. I never went to a drama school. And after graduation also, like when I went to work and all that, English is still, I was always very timid in speaking English. Until by chance I came across theatre and then was introduced to Shakespeare. And by doing Shakespeare, it has really taught me about how to speak with conviction, even though my grammar is still not the best, but I can speak with confidence. Yeah.
Yes. I guess that's, like doing these kind of like performances and all that, it really builds a lot of other skills besides just language, like how you present yourself, or how do you even like
I mean, interestingly, we talk about how theatre offers beyond just the performing skills. We went to a small school in Perak called Gunung Semanggur. You probably have never heard of it, or know where it is.
Yeah.
And the teacher brought us there and to do a workshop with some Form 3 students. And all we did was, it was nothing to do with speech at all. It's just getting them to carry themselves, how to hold their heads. And they said, and then to look at themselves in the mirror and say, look how your posture is different, and how that posture transitioned into a different kind of behavior. And the teacher could see it. And after a couple of months, he said, can you come back and do it again?
Oh, wow.
With the group. So yeah.
Nice.
How you carry yourself.
Yeah, I mean, especially when you have to like put yourself in this kind of position. Sometimes you get to leave your troubles behind and be this character for a moment and play that role. I guess sometimes we have to do this even in a business setting. You have to sell something to someone. You have to get enrolled in a college, and you need to pitch to get a scholarship and stuff like that. I guess these are some of the small things that it helps for them.
Actually, we provide training for that. We started so we last year, for example, we had a big client. We can't review, but we taught them how the presentation skill, how to come into the meeting, like where to look, how you carry yourself, your body, how do you speak, the speed, the pitch, and all that.
Yeah. I know. Once we even I was speaking to Sun Heng about, because some of the students, we have like an Education USA department where people can actually study in the US, and you were even saying like, we can do writing classes, teach them how to write with confidence, because that's also important. Writing, language, body, all these things. It builds your whole total personality in that way. Very nice. I want to know something also, because in Shakespeare's work, what is the allure behind it? If you could say it from your side, because you played a lot, you do it a lot, and you get people's attention, or people really are interested. What is that drive that brings that?
I think he has very, very good stories. Very good stories that are engaging, and because he's done it as a play, the conflicts are dramatized at a higher level, but they're still engaging because they're about human beings interacting with each other.
Yeah. Right. And also, like just now, the game, you see some of the lines. Shakespeare has a way to write it, the compact the idea in such a short line that when you speak it, it feels very good. It's like, whoa. Like a lot of
Yeah.
politicians, even our PM, in one speech, he quoted Shakespeare. He said, "It is a tale told by an idiot, full of sound and fury, signifying nothing." I said, "Wow!" It's straight away like elevate your speech.
Right,
what you try to convey.
Oof. Maybe
Yeah.
guys should start maybe quoting
Yeah.
Shakespeare in
Actually,
certain places. Yeah.
a lot of phrases and that we use today actually were coined by Shakespeare that we don't know. And I don't know whether you heard
Wild goose chase.
wild goose chase. Even like the word bedroom was first used by Shakespeare.
Right.
Green-eyed monster, like
Yeah.
jealousy.
Yeah.
Yeah. All this, a lot.
Nice. That's a very good play of words and making sure.
Yeah,
It's,
going back to how Shakespeare used language, I really believe that anybody who wants to write well should look at how Shakespeare writes. Not necessarily like you want to write in iambic pentameter in that blank verse, but look at how the imagery that he uses.
Yeah, and then also he writes so beautifully. You can use it to woo people. If you
Yeah.
quote some Shakespeare sonnets. Oh,
Exactly. Yeah. How would you then? I mean, now there's probably online sites that people can like get these kind of like translated, or if you get stuck or something like that, don't understand the language. I
Yeah.
guess.
No Fear Shakespeare,
Spark Notes and
lots of those. Lots.
Okay,
Yes.
so there's a lot of references. That's nice. Now I want to just move a bit from beyond Shakespeare, right? Are there other productions are you doing or are you discovering or something you're learning along the journey? Just wondering.
In 2019, we did a Cyrano de Bergerac based on a play,
A French play.
French play.
Okay.
So we've forayed into other works. So that's
And
the
then
first one.
we started to do stories like folk tales from all over the world,
Right.
but including Malaysia. For example, last year we took a story from the Bajau people in Sabah.
Oh wow.
It's a folk tale, and we took it to the tour lah. The tour we talked about, like we went to 7 states, present that story.
So we've done folk tales from Japan, China, India, Brazil, England. Always looking for more to present.
Nice.
And most recently, last year, November, we also did another classic, but heavily adapted. It's called Odyssey. It's called Soul of Odyssey. And we collaborated with a Japanese director.
Oof. Okay,
Yeah.
so not just Shakespeare. I thought you'll say 1, 2, maybe nothing.
No,
Focus.
a lot,
Like,
Quite a lot.
quite a few
quite a lot.
things in few
We
different
also
areas.
we also
Okay.
did original plays. So I wrote 2 solo performances that. One is French and English because I worked with a French actor. One is Malay, an adaptation from Pak Samad. He has one of these masterpiece called Hujan Baki. So we
Okay.
adapted that into a stage play as well. Yeah.
Any idea whether Shakespeare will be dubbed into Bahasa?
Well, one was done not too long ago.
Not by us.
Not by us. Not by
Okay.
us.
But possible.
KL.
Could be done.
Yeah, I can. But
Yes.
on the whole, there are some translated into Indonesian, but as for Malay, not. I think that one.
Yeah. But
Datuk Sri was based on Macbeth. It's probably the first one, and it was
Yeah.
very well done.
Wow.
actually, we did one. There's one show we took to Italy. It is based on Shakespeare's King Lear. In that show, we speak English, Malay, Mandarin, Cantonese.
Oof.
Yeah.
Wow. So you have to polish up the language also to meet also, the
Yeah.
style and the feel of it also in that
Yeah,
play.
but it was really difficult to translate into iambic pentameter because I've seen some productions where they try to do the language. It doesn't
doesn't
quite
have
work
the
so
feel,
well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I guess ChatGPT might help. Who knows? Just kidding. I would like to find out, since being in this journey, were there any challenges that your company faced along the way? And maybe you can share so that this audience could learn. What are some of the challenges you faced in the theatre scene?
I think at the moment the biggest issue is that we do not have enough actors. We constantly struggle. It's like, I mean, some will say this is a good program. We have a lot of productions, KL Shakespeare Players. Sometimes we find that we do not have enough actors to perform.
Yeah.
But also because all our productions and storytelling, Shakespeare and all that it requires a certain skills in our actors. So we can't just get anyone. No, there's not just when you say can everybody act.
Yeah.
A lot of people think that yes.
Yeah.
Depends actually. Like if you're just doing a very casual kind of very contemporary play and all that,
Yeah.
just be yourself. Then yes.
Right.
But our production is really like you had to play multiple characters. You had to play big characters that are not you.
Wow.
So that, and then you have to say, sometimes you have to say lines like in Shakespeare,
Yeah.
which is not so normal English.
Correct.
So you need certain training, and we find that we have difficulty finding actors like that here.
Wow. Okay,
Yeah.
so actors out there, I know a lot of people like to think they can act, I guess.
Yeah.
But yeah, I guess in playing another person and the language, all these other
Yeah.
variables
Yeah.
comes into
Yeah,
mind.
going back to
about
what you said
Yes.
about can anybody act, I think most can if they're doing film or television because the director can control the shot.
Okay.
On stage, as the actor, you are in control.
Right.
Completely. Like
Yeah.
I want to show this side of my face. I want to show profile. I look them in the eye. I look up above. All that you have to make the decision.
Yeah.
On when you're shooting a film or a TV production, it's quite different. The director says, okay, you just sit there. I move the camera.
Yeah. Yeah.
So y'all do hold open castings and stuff like that at times, or how do you
Yeah,
assess this then?
we actually provide training. So we usually
Okay.
we try to do like an audition and get a group of actors, and then we give them training. We don't put them right away into shows because we know that, or most of the actors we found we say, oh no, these actors they still need some work.
Molding and
Yeah,
work still.
and it's another our mission apart from theatre in education is also provide training for local actors who wants to improve their skills. Yeah.
Nice. Thank you for sharing that. So I guess open call, guys. If you like to go and train and learn, start young. Send your kids. Want to find out about the journey of not journey. I would like to find out how has the audience evolved over the years. Has that changed? What have you seen? More people, younger people demanding things, people making noise like heckling or anything like that. How is the audience reception and even the audience itself in your place these days?
The fact that we, when we first started in 2011, we did 5 shows to a total of 200 people.
Right.
And then now when we even go into the theater, we tend to sell out our whole run at the theater. So definitely there are more people coming to see our show. But whether we have, like say, max out, I'm not sure. I think whatever we would look at, the number of people who go to the theater is still very small.
Yeah.
So are we growing? Yes, but maybe this would. It's just that if the opportunity were there, more people would come. That's all,
Right.
And they now know of a group that's doing something that they think it's worth going. They go, but I think there's still a lot out there that we need to touch.
Yeah. Actually, our audience rate is a lot like first timers.
Correct.
A
Yeah.
lot because like we go to schools and because a lot of times if you do a show in theatre, the schools are either because of time, money and all that, they cannot organize to come
Yeah.
and trip to come and watch.
Right.
So there's I said, okay, if they cannot come, we go there.
Right.
And that's why we continue to find new schools where we go and perform, and some we return again and again. And it's quite interesting. We have an international schools that we have been going there to perform Shakespeare every year. So the students have watched like from Form 1 to Form 5 every year they watch our show, and they saw like 5 different Shakespeare plays.
Wow.
So yeah.
So I think there's a lot more work on the advocacy side of things, for
Yeah.
people to understand, like, it's not hard to go for. It's like going for a cinema, so everybody does it.
Yeah.
And sometimes it's boring because it's always just Marvel series, this series. You just go there for the effects and that's it,
Yeah, yeah.
But I feel like in a theatre setting, it's a lot more, it's a lot more in play, a lot more on stake itself. And the feel is interesting. I mean, I'm fortunate enough, I live opposite KL Pack before, so I used to
Yeah.
just go. There's a lot of like tickets for like students,
Yes.
discounted rates and stuff like that. Try to use that in if you haven't been to a theater, this is your calling to just go try one. Just go go for a show. Yeah.
Yeah.
Bring a date. Bring a friend. Yeah.
I like a different definition of for theater. It says the theater is, there are lots of different definitions, but
Okay.
the theater is a place where the audience goes to be seen.
Oh.
When an actor on stage acts and the actor on stage can see you, can look in you in the eye.
Right.
You can go watch a Tom Cruise movie. Tom Cruise will not respond. Tom Cruise will do the same thing
Yeah.
if you go the next day, you know.
Right.
But
yeah.
on stage, it's different.
So do you all actually like when you're playing a part? Do you actually like look out for this?
I do.
Yes.
Yeah.
I do. Yeah.
This is also what differentiate us during the pandemic. You know, that during the 3 years,
Yes.
it was very hard for theater.
Yeah.
And we really asked ourselves, like, okay, can we do theater online now that, you know, because usually we always think theater is different from cinema because in theater the actors and the audience are in the same room.
Yeah.
So you know it's live. But then
Yes.
when you go online, how? Then we realized that maybe it's another element is when you can look at the audience and talk to them directly, and there is a possibility for them to change what is happening on stage, and we incorporate that into our online shows.
Right.
And now we continue to bring this into our live shows.
Right.
Yes.
I like the fact that you can, connect with your audience that way. That's so important. I think that whole part of like you sharing like how that space becomes a shared space together, because it's not
Yes.
just click play,
I've seen people squirm when I look at them.
Oh,
As a performer, I look down at them because there's a couple of scenes in Macbeth
Right.
where I'm just standing there and people are talking behind me, and so I have time to listen to them and also to look at the audience. And I have seen just looking down at some people, and they catch my eye and they like, am I doing something wrong?
Right.
And then they slide down their seats.
Are you talking to me? Like how?
No, at the school, I remember like the students are sitting like that, and then
Yeah.
they're like not care. Then when you speak, you speak. You look at them, they were like, oh.
It's almost like the teacher is looking at you, so you gotta like, okay, what is that? But I mean, there's a whole play going on, so and some of the lines are very like loud and fierce, and like that's important to like make sure like you capture
And there's
that.
a line in Macbeth where he talks about, Macduff, I will kill you. Even though it says that no man born of woman can ever harm me, but I'm gonna kill you. And I just point out, and I look for somebody and I point at them, and you can see them like, yeah, not me. I'm not I'm not Macduff.
Yeah.
Oh gosh. What do you think? I mean, just playing on this, impromptus and stuff like that. There's some plays or some productions where they do this, or they even get the audience to be part of it. They ask who wants to get into this, or they have like different scenarios going on. You go different rooms at different times. What is that something? What are your
Yeah.
thoughts on it?
No, I like it because I think theater needs to differentiate itself from movies. Unfortunately, especially in this country, most of us our exposure to acting is through cinema, and we're not okay. I just watch the act and it's real and all that. So I think theater. First thing is that no matter how big your budget is, you can never have the kind of effect in a movie. You cannot bring a storm, a CGI. You can never. So we always say, let's find a different path. So what can theater do that cinema cannot?
Yeah.
Is this kind of immersive, real, you're here.
Interactions.
Yeah, you're in front of me, and
Correct.
what you do can also affect me.
Correct.
Yeah.
So I think it's quite interesting, and I think I saw some of the stuff on YouTube that you had, that it was about like you're reading a script and then you ask the audience, what does this feel like, or what do you think about this?
Yeah.
Because it's like a job interview kind of like a look and feel, and then it was like, okay, how does this scenario feel like? So it's like very nice. I saw quite a few things on YouTube. You can go check it out. Probably we'll put it up on the links for y'all.
Yeah.
For instance, with King Lear. King Lear has 3 daughters, and he basically said, look, I'm going to divide up my kingdom. Tell me how much you love me. If you love me very well, I'll give you a big piece of it. So at the end of the day, the daughter who truly loves him said, I have nothing to say. I love you like a daughter, and nothing more to say. So he says, nothing will come of nothing. She kept quiet. So he cuts her out, and King Lear divides his property between his 2 other daughters who profess that I will love you, father, more than the stars. We love you more than the moon.
Yeah.
So at that point, we stop and ask the audience, what do you think about this scenario in terms of is Cordelia being not filial, or King Lear is being just like an old senile guy, not
Yeah.
unable to read the situation?
Yeah.
So we let them discuss. And it's interesting, not many people can give a very definitive answer.
Yeah.
Yeah, everybody has their own point.
Yeah.
Yeah. Actually, the highest form that we have the audience interaction is sometimes we have a kind of theater called exchange theater. It's like forum theater where we create a scenario, and then at one point the audience can come in and say, "Okay, I replace you to play this character. You go," and then we play the scenario. Then the audience can react based on that.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. So it's really immersive.
Wow. You see, these are stuff I think most of us have not been for, never heard of.
We were trying to do that more among schools also.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. We're going to go to the next part, which is our game challenge. Quite a interesting section. So right now, I'm going to be reading out a Gen Z-fied Othello. Please blame my team and the project management side. Sol, thank you for writing this. And there's some Gen Z terms in this. It's been creatively written. And both of you are going to have to kind of guess what these terms mean. So I'll read the whole thing, then I'll ask you these terms. Hopefully you remember where it was said. Okay? Let's go. Our main man, Othello, the goat, is in the military. Gets played by the snake, Iago, who was not a stan. Lego's out here throwing major shade, trying to mess up Othello's love life with his boo Desdemona, making Othello think she's on some sneaky grind. Othello and Desdemona are tight, but Iago's scheming makes Othello think she's playing him. His trust issues becomes his Roman Empire, and things get hella messy. So Othello, being all in his fields and not checking the receipts, pops off and does some wild stuff. Homeboy needs to take several seats and swipe left on all these L's. Okay? I see a lot of blanks on your faces. Whew. Okay, so the words that was said here, some of it, we'll start with the easy one. Hopefully you get this. What is goat? Do you know what goat is?
Greatest of all time.
Okay, awesome, nice. Throwing shade.
I picked it up from the context. It's like to cast suspicion, and so it's not all in the bright light, so it's in the shade.
Ah, okay, not a bright light, so it's insult to ridicule. So yeah, okay, give you that. Checking receipts.
Checking facts.
Yes, looking for proof. Very good. Nice. Doing quite well. Now comes the harder ones. Take several seats.
Oh, what's context? I take several seats. I take.
Can you read the sentence again, though, where
Thinking.
where the expression appears?
Homeboy needs to take several seats and swipe left on all these L's.
Take several seats. I guess like
Kill several people.
like discard.
Discard.
Take several seats. Look.
It's actually like chill out.
chill out.
Oh, okay.
Take several
Wow.
seats, hang out or like a lot, right?
Like
Context, go.
like people's when you're stressed out, someone's like, take a seat. But
Oh,
it's
seat.
several seats.
Ah, okay.
Take
Seats. Ah,
several
okay.
seats.
I
Yeah.
thought it's SEEDS. So
Take
that's why.
several
Okay.
seats.
Seats.
Homeboy needs to take several seats. Okay, so yeah.
Chill.
Chill. Next one, Roman Empire.
It's
Fall of the
downfall.
Roman. Yeah, big thing in your mind. You're all consuming attention. Force.
Almost there. So it said that something you think a lot of.
Oh, wow.
So the context is from a TikTok video that people were asking, "What's your Roman Empire moment?" And then you think about what does it say a lot. But the funny side of it, they say like people think about the Roman Empire a lot on a daily basis or on like a time, but that's like the funny side of it. but the context is something you think a lot about. Okay, last one. Swipe left on all the L's. This one I had to ask.
Okay, you have to
Swipe-
chill.
Swipe right is your normal direction, right? Swipe right, swipe.
Swipe right means
Yeah,
Jack,
good lah.
yeah.
So swipe left is like okay, chuck away. Chuck
Huh.
away. I guess that's
oh,
about it.
correct. Yeah, so we use
good,
Tinder a lot lah. Tinder is like swipe right is yes.
Yeah. haven't used Tinder.
What have you been using Tinder? How come you know?
So basically, it says don't take all the negative.
Don't take the negative. Okay.
Okay, so that was a nice go through and rundown. You got quite a lot of corrects. Now comes my part. I'm not ready for this, but you will have to read this, and I will then have to try and figure this out.
It is the green-eyed monster which doth mock the meat it feeds on. That's the
Oh, that's the line.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
yeah.
I had to read the whole script, the whole thing.
I know.
Okay.
Creak, creak.
Don't feed the mouth that feeds you or something like that. Like,
Green-eyed monster. If I were to say you are a green-eyed monster, what might you be?
evil or jealous or something.
So it's got jealous, you know?
Yeah.
So it is the green-eyed monster which doth mock the meat it feeds on.
Jealous about the way you cook.
So jealousy is self-consuming.
Oh, wow. Deep.
Okay.
Gen Z's ones are so easy.
Okay.
Okay.
The
Next.
robbed that smiles steals something from the thief.
The rock.
The robbed
The robbed.
that smiles steals something from the thief.
All I can think is Robin Hood.
In a way,
Yes.
yeah, Robin Hood.
Like,
But-
stealing for the rich.
So, okay, let's say you are the one that is robbed. So
Yeah.
you are the robbed
Yeah.
that smiles. So you smile,
Yes.
steals something from the thief.
So it's like cunning a bit. Like, I'm a bit more like.
So if I steal something from you and you smile, you steal something from me because you have not given me the satisfaction of stealing from you.
Okay.
So,
That's the meaning of it.
yeah.
Okay.
Wow. Okay.
So it's like somebody want to corner you, but you you
Tak
don't
apa.
care like that.
Yeah, tak apa. That
The
takes-
person cannot.
So can you feel like I know I'll get you back?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, the last one. I'll pour this pestilence into his ear.
Pour this pestilence into his ear. Wow. Like I'll feed you lies. I'll. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yes.
whatever is bad is pestilence.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
correct.
Yes.
Good job.
Okay, got one. The other two is like I learned something. Nice. All right. So yes, that is our fun game and challenge. So I'd like to ask, what's upcoming production, title, play? Tell us.
The first one, of course, is something that you guys are involved in. In February, we're going to do 5 performances of storytelling Macbeth
Oh,
in public schools.
Yes.
in public schools.
Yeah,
Yeah, I
actu-
know there's a big bus that we designed or put some stickers
Yeah,
on. And
yes.
it's all English Literature Week or month.
Commissioned by, of course, British High
British High
Commission.
Commission.
Yes.
Yes.
So after that, then we will be touring to Jakarta to perform a Midsummer Night's Dream. Actually, we are very busy from February to May to June. Actually, yeah, because then we also have Romeo and Juliet.
Romeo and Juliet storytelling will be at DPAC as part of the DPAC Children Arts Festival.
In
We'll perform
March.
In March, first
Yeah.
weekend in March. And then in the middle of March, we are collaborating with Bentley Music Academy to do storytelling, The Tempest, with the Bentley Music Academy's orchestra. So we've done this something similar like this last year, but the story was Romeo and Juliet, and it worked really well. Really
Sounds
well.
like high
Yeah.
production.
Yeah. It's also fun for us because
Yeah,
we're
because of the
listening.
music is
Yeah.
like.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because
We're like-
Shakespeare is so
Yeah.
epic, and then with the
Exactly.
orchestra,
This is like live music somehow, guys.
Yeah.
Like wow.
And then the
Okay.
big production in May is Othello.
The one I read.
The ones we read, the Green-Eyed Monster.
Gotta do justice
one.
to that.
And then June, we are working with the Alliance Française, the French Language Association, to stage 2 shows.
Alright.
One is a restage of the Cyrano de Bergerac. Another one is a story, French story for children.
Would it be in French then?
Mix
in
part.
English.
Yeah.
I mean, it's for the for Malaysians to come and watch. So it cannot be completely in French. It'll be quite
Yeah.
daunting.
Okay.
Yeah. And then the big one is September also. Is a couple of years ago, I published a children's illustrated book called A Handmade Tale about hands on a farm, egg-laying farm, saying, we need a rest. And so they've schemed to have a day off. So last year, we turned that into a musical.
Oh, wow.
And this year, we're going to have it as a contemporary dance piece with music composed by this wonderful young person who also teaches at UPM, Wong Chi Yen. So classical, it's symphonic music.
Wow.
So this is something. We like, we like to
Pushing a bit,
experiment, push.
yeah.
Also, I cannot sit still. You know?
Yeah, exactly. After all that lockdown and all that,
Yes,
that's all right.
yes. Lockdown. Yeah, blame it all on lockdown.
Yeah.
But no, I'm glad to hear, like, the Malaysian scene in terms of theatre is like there's a lot of things going on, especially from your side. Great to hear that you're super busy this whole year. Hopefully, you guys will go follow, like them. We'll share all the links on the bio, so go check it out. Please go like them. Parting words from our two amazing guests here. Some advice, some vision of the future for Malaysia or actors. Go for it. Stage is yours.
I think people who read, people who watch and really engage with the arts. I'm not just saying literature, but complete with the arts. Go see look at paintings. Not just pretty picture, but to look and really get engaged with them. I think life for you will be better.
Wow, very beautiful.
Yeah. For me, it's just go see theatre is really a very different experience, especially you go to a theatre space, because how to say, sometimes there's people think about theatre is based on the show they watch at school, done by the peers.
Right.
So that's why they always say, it's boring, theatre is boring, theatre is what. But no, if you go to a theatre space, you watch a real theatre, it's so immersive, and it's a very different experience. Yeah.
Beautiful. All right, before we go, I'd like maybe you guys can share your socials, your links that we can add into this video.
Yes. You can find us on Facebook by going to KL Shakespeare, or Instagram also we go by KL Shakespeare, and our website is klshakespeare.com.my.
And we are quite good at responding to questions from teachers and students about Shakespeare.
Wow. Okay, before you go, we've got a small gift for both of y'all. You get our latest merch. As you can see, we've got a new sign, and we also have a cup for both of y'all, a keychain, and this lovely phone holder, which has our logo on it.
No. I thought you were going to
So this is for both of y'all. We have one more also after this video.
Thank you.
So with that, we'd like to tell thank you, everybody. Till we reconnect again, this is the Late Night Connection. Signing off, Jay. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Thank you.